excited, and that's why they couldn't quit. So.
Ability waiver when she goes with me. She goes hiking with me. So.
Alright, so is there any questions? Pretty cool bus. They're usually pretty tall, and it's not like it's kind of like a Christmas tree where it kind of everything goes out.
So we are on a group backpacking hike. This is our first overnight trip. So I'm not doing a whole lot of commentary because I kind of don't want to interrupt the group, but we are on the Savage Gulf Day Loop Trail. And our group, I think, is about 8 or so people, led by 2 rangers. And we are just out hiking and the weather is gorgeous. So we're super excited to be out and backpacking tonight, overnight.
Make sure if you see something slithering, get out of the way because it is most definitely a copperhead, okay?
They like to sun themselves.
Lunchtime. Stop for lunch. Okay, so far I have found 2 ticks crawling on me. Not attached, just crawling on me. And I almost stepped on an itty bitty little green snake a minute ago. So that is about all the excitement I want for the rest of the trip. Seen ticks, seen snake, no more, please. Cucumber tree. So the trail just got a little more fun. So pretty. We've seen some falls. Just beautiful, perfect weather for today's hike. Pretty trail. Just made it to the group campsite. We're about to set up our tent. All set up.
Well, I'll go ahead and show you this just before. I don't know if I can get in this. Beautiful fall. So pretty.
We're at the falls and we're about to load up our water with our filtration system for the first time, so that's kind of cool. can just squeeze it into your hydration bladder or your water bottle, and you have clean water.
Yeah, it's really
It's a gravity drip system. There you go. Oh, that's good. I just learned that this area that we're at right now is called Upper Falls, and here in a minute we're actually going to go over to the bottom, and there's the main falls, which is called Savage Falls, down there. We're actually going to go see that here in a minute, but the area above that, where we're standing right now, is called Upper Falls. We were just up above there, and this is called Savage Falls. Very pretty area. It's a very pretty place. I could see spending an afternoon eating lunch, going for a swim. Very pretty. And our campsite is literally just up those stairs, and like around the corner. It's very, very close to this water. Back at our group campsite. It's really large. You get a lot of tents and people here, or hammocks. Hold up. We are this blue one right in the middle, over by the fire pit. Right here. This is us. We've had a beautiful day so far. There's actually several campsites here, and they even have an outhouse, so you don't have to go through digging a little spot for your business when it's time for that. So that's interesting. That's good. Kind of nice there. Coming up on another campsite here. That's pretty cool. It's a smaller one. I like it. Anyway, I think we're getting ready to have dinner soon. We just spent some time at Savage Falls, and the weather's just been beautiful. It's been a perfect one today. It's our little outhouse option. Got a new windshield. I'm trying for the first time around my cook stove. Try to make it more efficient. We're getting ready to make some dinner. We're gonna try this, and we've got like our own meal as a backup. That's what it looks like. Beef stroganoff. This actually doesn't look half bad. I haven't tried it yet.
It's a pretty short hike tomorrow on the way out. If I'm still hungry by the end
It's like 2 servings, but I'm gonna eat the whole thing. It's pretty good. The noodles are good. It's not as good as my spaghetti that I dehydrated that Emily's eating.
Yep.
But it's not bad. We're cutting firewood.
What is that one?
So that one? That's gonna be your flint and striker. I mean, a lot where our fire is going good.
Yeah.
You just start adding. So I'll probably. John.
We are in our 2-person tent, which is just barely big enough for 2 people. There's Emily all bundled up. And right next next to her.
And that's all the room there is.
Oh, we're getting ready to go to bed. We've had a really fun first day with this girls group that we've been hiking with the 2 rangers we've been with. We've had a great day. We've learned a lot, and I feel like after this trip we are going to be ready to do backpacking on our own, and we're actually super excited to do that. So it's been a lot of fun. Good night. I guess while I'm looking back from the bathroom, it's a good time to talk about how we slept last night. Overall, fine. I guess I was plenty warm enough. I pulled out some hot hands and stuck those in my sleeping bags. Anytime I felt cold, I just held onto one of those or put it around my feet or my hands or something. But my sleeping pad must have a huge leak in it because it deflated over and over and over. So I woke up probably every hour having to blow it back up because I was just sleeping on the extremely hard ground. So I'm going to throw that out and buy a new one. Emily's pad, sleeping pad worked completely fine. So other than sleeping on the hard ground, I was warm enough and fine. Looking forward to some coffee.
Which breakfast?
Coffee time. Tired morning.
Those are there.
Getting dressed, packing up camp, getting ready to head out for our hike back to the car.
It gets its name, the little brown jug, because its blue is down here.
Oh, cool.
So it looks like a little brown jug. So
One cool part about our trip with these rangers is one of the rangers is a plants and trees, like flowers and trees, everything expert. And so she's been pointing out all the different flowers and different things blooming. And the other one is a wildlife expert. Talks to us about all the different animals and snakes and things. So it's been pretty cool that they have different specialties. These are called pink lily slippers, and they're apparently very rare. And we stumbled across a whole patch of them right here. Really cool to see.
it stumps, and you notice it because it's green and it has that little red flash of color. So it's a pretty cool picture.
So we just headed back down to the water for people who need to refill their water before we head back out of the trail. We've had an awesome time, and we've got 2 miles till we get back to the car. We did it! Our first overnight backpacking trip. Heading back out. We're back to the ranger station. We did it! Woohoo! We did it! We're finally back to the car. We successfully did our first overnight backpacking trip with a couple park rangers who were amazing and a small group of women, and it was just awesome. I'm really glad that we did this with a small group of people. We learned just last minute few things that we want to pack or change, got some really great tips, just things that are going to make it better for us to do our first adventure on our own. So what do you think?
It was great.
Loved it. Definitely would recommend this trip to anybody for backpacking for beginners. We absolutely loved it. The rangers were amazing. Can't say enough good things about them. So there you go. Till next time.